Okay, what's up, guys? So, we're here with the Snow Queen quest. Um, yeah, we finished the original version of the main story of Persona 1. It was a couple months ago now, and so it's time to finally get into Snow Queen quest. I've never done this, so this is a first time for me. And this entire run is recorded, and I'm adding the audio afterwards. So we're going to be watching the footage at 2 times speed. So some of the dialogue might be a little fast, but I tried to slow it down when I was playing. But this first episode is just us like getting back to the school. We still have to play the beginning of the game like normal. So we still have to do the persona, we still have to go to the hospital and do all that, right? So, you know, not a lot is changing here. I think at the beginning here I was just getting some resources ready. I needed to make sure I knew stuff that I needed for starting the Snow Queen quest, and a lot of this dialogue I'm going to skip because I've already done this in my SEBEC route. So if you're interested in what's going on here, you know, the quick synopsis is that we're going to go into corners, run around the room, and try to summon personas, which isn't going to do anything, but it is going to cause a girl to appear that's going to zap us all with fucking lightning. And then, yeah, so the beginning of the game will be the exact same. If I remember right, I don't remember right. I don't remember if I did a little bit of talking to demons on my way into the dungeon, but I did try to just get to the school as quickly as possible. So on the first revisit to the school after the hospital is when you really start the Snow Queen stuff. And then while we're doing this, I'm going to be mostly paying attention to this footage so that I can talk about what's going on, but at the same time I'm also on another side working on something for work. So after we've been zapped with the lightning, we're going to meet Philemon. Philemon is kind of like a godlike being who gives people personas. And this is the same cutscene that happened in the original game. He just kind of is like, hey there, what's up? What's your name? And for this adventure, our name will be Lil Pump, because I wanted to go with another hip-hop reference, but I got it wrong in the ordering. So our name is Pump Lil. Because, yeah, I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do it. Yeah. So I was thinking that they were going to call me Lil as my name. They all call me Pump anyways, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, then we wake up, and the nurse is like, hey, you guys should go to the hospital. Oh, by the way, a friend of yours is in the hospital, isn't she? And if you remember the SEBEC quest, that is a whole bunch of shit. But on this trip, we don't have anything to do here. We're just going to leave. I'm actually making sure with my notes that's what we're going to do. We are going to leave. We're going to go straight to the hospital. Unlike when I got Reiji in my SEBEC quest, there's nothing to do in the school right now. When we come back, we have a lot of stuff to do. So we made it over here lickety-split, of course. And then as we start coming in, we find out that Mark maybe knows a little bit too much about where our our friend is in this hospital, but that doesn't matter at all. We have so little to do with the SEBEC quest that I'm not even going to really bother mentioning a lot of it. So after we talked to Maki in the hospital and find out that she's not having a great time, she gets sent to the ICU, and that is where this whole thing occurs. Where now shit's going down. Yeah. So once that's done, we're gonna go through the beginning of this hospital just like normal. Uh, it's just a very quick dungeon. I do talk to a lot of these so that I can get some early spell cards and just kind of make these fights go by faster. And there's not much experience to gain because Mark and Nate are not going to be in my party for this run. Nate is an optional party member in the Snow Queen quest, but I don't use him because I didn't use Ellie, Brown, and ISA. So I chose to use all three of them. And it'll just be Pump and Yukino that stay from this party. And we do take some of these fights kind of out of necessity, but for the most part, we're just going to talk to all of these. So what's going to happen is eventually when we get back to the school, we do have a bunch of stuff to do. We're going to run around and talk to a bunch of people. The story of the Snow Queen is that there was a play. Uh, I don't think it was called the Snow Queen play, but the mask involved was called the Snow Queen mask, and there's a legend that whoever plays the lead role in this play dies. Uh, but the last person who wore it didn't die, and it was our homeroom teacher who we've already met. Uh, and the mask is now back to get her. So the school ends up becoming locked away. If you remember in the main quest, the school becomes unavailable after we leave, and then it becomes available again in the weird school, or after we enter the alternate world, right? So the main school in the real world gets transformed into the ice castle, which is the setting of this game. It's based very much on SMT If, which is an SNES title that laid the inspiration for the entire Persona franchise. But it is heavily based on that, wherein our protagonists will be traveling through 3 different dungeons that are all accessed from a hub. Each dungeon has its own master, who is a servant of the Snow Queen. And after we've finished all of those, we'll have access to the final castle. And to help you like supplement those dungeons, there's an extra dungeon that unlocks as you go, which just acts as like a tower for you to go through to gain experience, because these dungeons are hard. The level jump is very drastic, specifically, and so it's recommended for you to go into the what's it called? I don't remember what it's called. It's recommended that you go into this extra dungeon often so that you can grind out levels, because if you don't, you're probably going to get waxed. And later in this run, I get fucked up a lot. There's going to be a long grinding session. It's going to be split up into, I think, 3 videos that I'm just going to fast forward through all 3 of, and post with no commentary. And I'm doing it mostly just for posterity. But we're all done at the hospital now, and it's time to head to the shrine, because we still have to go and save Maki's mom. Oh, I went too far. A lot of just quick encounters here. This is the same thing as before, of course. We're just going to the shrine. We're going to help out Maki's mom. We're going to get a cutscene. Then we're off to the school. I think I ended this one like right when I got to the school too. This was really just the build-up episode. Get back to the beginning, or redo the beginning really fast, get it done. It was only like 30 minutes of recording too, which is why this first episode's going to be a lot shorter. A lot of these I do really late at night also, so I only record for about half hour to 45 minutes. I think the longest one is like an hour. And then once we're done with the 2x speed recording, it's only going to be about anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, I would say. So this series is going to be a lot shorter in terms of like time commitment per episode, which I like, but I also kind of don't like, because then it doesn't make sense why like my MS Saga runs right now are so long. This is just another cutscene with him saying that something's wrong in the world, blah blah blah. Actually, I don't quite remember this cutscene very well. So we're back at the school. This teacher is actually the one who who previously survived the Snow Queen a long time ago. Man, and I was just mashing the shit out of that button. I wanted to talk to the nurse one more time. Talk to her. Now we save, and that's it for this episode. So next time we're gonna do all of the actual like pre-game stuff for Snow Queen Quest, where we do the mandatory junk. So we'll see you next time.